Alright, well, I guess with that, let's commence the rite.
You and your fellow exiles arrive at the sacred site called the Glade of Lu, and now look to the stars in the sky to signal the beginning of the next rite. The woods about you bring a sense of tranquility that you have not felt for some time, but then you notice one of the trees move. It shuffles toward you and regards you with an exaggerated bow.
Maybe we do get one.
I don't know. I mean, these could just be our opponents as well.
Well, goodness, by the roots of Lu Scalorian, it would appear the rumors are correct that the Nightwings have returned.
Hey, you forgot to hover over Lu Scalorian.
Oh, sorry. We'll get it again. He's
Do you
one
think
of the
he was a
scribes.
sap something?
He was the sap scribe. We'll see him pop up repeatedly. Oh, but where are my manners? One moment.
The sap claws at his mask with his wispy fingers.
Much better. H. Manly Tinderstaff, at your service. Perhaps you've heard of me. He's a sycophant who seems certain he will land a position of high standing once he is free. My fellows and myself, you perhaps know us as the Chastity. We shall soon stand against you in the rites. For now, I am just whiling away the time, making small talk. Chastity, a triumvirate bent on exploiting the rites to gain status in the Commonwealth. Led by the sap H. Manly...
You probably have to make him sound even more ridiculous because...
Now then, as I have introduced myself...
That sounds like the worm.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah. What's your worm voice then?
I guess. Okay, I'll make it even more ridiculous. Now then, as I have introduced myself, your turns. To whom am I speaking?
Then, in your mind's eye, you see Wolfrid and hear his voice.
Manly Tinderstaff is not to be trusted. Reveal neither yourselves to him nor me. Well?
Beneath her mask, Dariel stares back at him in silence. You suspect Wolfrid's message may have reached every member of the group.
Why, now, how very rude. Indeed, well fine, ignore me, but do so at your own peril. Anyhow, once this evening's rite commences, any moment now, I'm afraid ignoring me won't be an option any longer. Oh, and I do believe the sky is beginning to show. We'll have a chat again some other time. Now come along, come along. Manly bows again and wanders off into a clearing as the stars begin to burn.
It sounded sort of Victorian, the music there.
Yeah.
And he had the little beauty mark and frills going on.
So what Titan got killed by the sap scribe? I don't know if we've seen one yet.
Once again, the stars align themselves before you, reader. And here now, at the Glade of Liu, I have to say, you've come so very far. But there are those, such as your adversaries called the Chastity, who have toiled for this too. They know that with their freedom comes great opportunity. It could be yours instead. Please show the Chastity that the Nightwings are superior.
I wonder, honored Nightwings, how well you know these woods. Why, these woods would strangle you, and I'm afraid I could do little to stop them even if I tried. You might do better to be aware of them.
When Jadariel continues to ignore him, he grows upset.
Why, you insolent! Then fine, let us begin the dance, indeed!
He shoves his mask back on in a huff.
And allow me to thank you in advance for helping me return to my proper station in the Commonwealth.
Alright, so there's a harp, a sap, and... was it just a human or someone else?
Not entirely sure. We've got a lot of people. Well, let's do Jadariel. Let's switch this off for the usual. Okay, so now that we've done that, if I do this, what happens? So that increases the amount we get by 2. Might not be immediately useful right now. That'll be 3 presents on Tizo. Well, what other things do we have? We really don't have much. So I won't be using Ruki. I'll probably use Faye for this one.
She'll be swift, right?
Yeah, she's super quick. So we've used Headwind. Maybe... I mean, I feel like oh, holy crap, I did not realize this, but Sir Gilman is, like, crazy fast.
Well, and he also can do the backwards movement. Do you remember how to do that? Where he snaps back?
Yeah. 8.8 versus 8.2. I could make him silly fast if I really wanted to. Okay, there is... Okay, I wanted to see this. Don't know if I do it, but...
Oh, you forgot about, Jadariel's special horn.
I also forgot to sell
that.
a couple of things, but, like, don't care about that. Rookie casts his aura. Well, if we do Fae... with speed... Actually, no. Fae with presence. Him with speed.
So you want to bring Faye and Sir Gilman?
Yeah, because Sir Gilman we've never used in combat before, and he is actually above Rookie fast. Which I was not expecting.
It looks like she doesn't want to participate. Not unless it's against Tamitha or something.
Yeah, she's unwilling. Oh, she will not play with Jadariel. That's an interesting point.
So you can't ever have them together.
Very possibly, unless we get some kind of story progress that allows us to do so. I kind of want to do this. Because, like, farther and faster by 20%. I feel like Solium's Horn would go, would help. But I'm not going to be using it. Yeah, let's go with the speed crest, because one way or another I want to see how fast you can get a person to go. Alright, let's see. Consider the chastity. Oh, this is important. So, he's not very fast. He's got decent glory. Oh, his aura size is high.
What about his other members? One looks to be human and the other one looks to be a harp.
Yep. Alright, kind of wish I understood how sap moves went. Well, that's okay. We're gonna do Sir Gilman. And Faye. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm probably just going to avoid. We'll figure it out.
I don't think I like that Manly very much, because he keeps saying that we're rude, but I think that we're nice.
Are you quite ready, finally, O Nightwings? May all those masks of yours ensure no harm should come to any of your lovely countenances. Now come along, let's give the stars a show. Alright.
Yeah,
he might actually have more presence than Jadario, which makes this harder.
Yeah, they're sort of rooted, the tree people.
May I present to you Humboldt Manley Jr., He is every bit my equal and is poised to guarantee the Tinderstaff line shall have a bright future.
He brought his sapling along?
His sapling, which not only has a name, but bears a similar posture and likeness to him. He goes on and on about a sapling for a while.
I've had more than enough of him.
This knight, now as ever, is in full accord with you on this good Jodariel. Now, isn't he just the most precious thing you have ever seen,
The sapling is nothing but an extension of Manly. If he is banished, the sapling should cease to trouble you as well. So you have to get Manly before the sap.
His offspring hold no small degree of influence within the Commonwealth, Reader.
Oh no, Jadariel!
Welcome his return.
Hardly an issue.
Though none so much as he himself.
Oh, you just missed that. Great.
Probably should have actually farmed there, but I think I'm gonna get him down first. Oh ho, what's this? It would seem the woods themselves are closing in upon our little soiree. Oh, do be careful now, these grasping brutes and vines. They may not hold you in such esteem as I. Such high esteem as I.
Oh, so they're actually going to impede you?
That's fine.
Your adversary Manly is comfortable in this suffocating glade. Yet he longs now for the onward.
Yeah, go Faye.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about this. Oh dear, the woods are closing in, uncomfortably close at that. Whatever shall we do? Perhaps if you stand aside a while, we could put an end to this that much sooner. This guy.
So just more impediments.
Yeah.
Oh, watch out!
It's okay.
He has such a big aura that...
Yep. Don't got much I can do. But I can do that.
Yep. And he's super quick. Oh, man, he got... That person had jumped. Oh, and because he doesn't have any auras. Nice.
That's okay.
Oh, watch out! A double knockout! Yes!
Okay.
Woohoo!
Say, have any of you noticed how it's feeling rather crowded out here, Almost as if the 100 Minds himself resents you being here. Yes, I rather think that's it.
The 100 Minds.
Liu Scalorian, 100 Minds, and third of the 8 scribes of the Book of Rite, known as the Wise or the Philosopher.
Oh.
He is said to have fathomed every thought, and his wisdom flows through the river of his name. So cease with all your scurrying about with that damned orb, and let me handle this.
Just making it a narrow playing field, huh? He put down a sapling and you almost walked into it. Ah!
Happens.
Whoa, dodge that one.
Not that it really takes a whole lot of effort. Oh, that's mean.
That orb took on a pink
No, he
hue?
flung it at me and then fired his stuff really quick.
But
he's stuck.
Good. That would have been bad. Go Faye, go Faye. Ah!
Oh, did not know she could do that.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no.
It's fine. We're fine. Yeah,
You got stuck?
I know I jumped, which was my mistake, but also not a problem. Remember, I gotta make money from this first.
I wouldn't make money at the cost of the Rite, though.
But I'm not gonna lose. Oh, what?
Yep. That's why I say don't underestimate them.
Yeah, I'm not, but like, they're doing some things that I've never seen anybody else do. I'm not too worried. Yeah, so these guys can fling some crazy nonsense.
They're really good about dodging.
Yeah, they are. But they're not perfect.
Great.
That was all of them.
Except... So you weren't going to switch to another person to pass it?
I wanted to max the bounty first.
Oh. You have to jump.
Ah!
And
Screwed it up. It's okay.
well, they're sort of crowding that area, especially with the little sapling.
It's okay.
Oh,
Ah!
you got stuck on the vines. That's why they're there. This is going to be an intense match.
Not that intense. I'm good.
Okay. Oh, but that one came back.
That's okay.
All banished.
Great.
We're good. Okay, so all we have to do is score with Faye. Alright, you Nightwings, I've had it up to here with you, or perhaps I've simply had it up to here with all these encroaching plants. These miserable things. Either way, I don't appreciate how you're ignoring me.
Oh, good, you pushed them away. Uh-oh. Oh, great, he walked into yours. Oh. How did she predict where you were going?
They just do. I don't know. It's mildly frustrating.
She's just gonna toss it in?
Yeah, like a jerk. It's okay. We win anyway.
What do you mean?
They only have 2 now.
But they're gonna kill Jodariel, and Gilman can't get over that.
Ah. Shell, shh.
Oh no,
Look.
This is it.
So part of it is, like, I see these guys do, like, these crazy tricks that I simply can't do.
Is that enough?
Yeah, that's enough.
Fine, yes, the Nightwings did prevail. They somehow managed to scrape by despite their adversaries' efforts. The ceremony is complete.
Good. That imbecile of a sap. So much talk in hot air.
No, sorry, I don't know why.
You were even doing the voice.
Yeah.
What's up?
I've just been voicing too many characters in Persona, so I'm just used to voice acting. Or I'm also used to dialoguing with you. You know, we go, like, back and forth.
Yeah. I knew we could prevail. Though, Mr. Tinderstoff there, I think he's really upset now.
And I was leading into a Tinderstoff thing before I realized, well, my. Oh, worry not. Oh, Nightwings, I'm not angry with you, honestly. But I am very, very disappointed. I thought perhaps we had something going on here between us. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, all right? Instead, however, you decide to spit in my face! Fine. We'll have to see where all your rudeness gets you. Nah, ta-ta.
Tota. Greater knowledge to be gained.
Alright, has she leveled up yet? Nope.
She's just a smidgen
Well,
too
we'll get
small.
Gilman up at the very least.
Desperate for honor, this
Huzzah! Great wisdom clouds over this knight's entire consciousness. Alright, so what do we got? After he banishes an adversary, one of his banished allies shall instantly return. After using a slash, he can use it again to instantly return to his previous position. Sir Gilman's slash banishes adversaries in a wider area of effect. And after using his slash, he instantly recovers all of his stamina. Or, if Sir Gilman and all his allies are banished, he shall instantly return.
Oh.
Once per round, when saluting his adversaries, Sir Gilman freezes all exiles for 3 seconds. And while Sir Gilman's allies are banished, he moves faster than usual and temporarily has infinite stamina. And for 10 seconds after banishing an adversary, Sir Gilman deals an additional 10 to the adversary Pyre. So I feel like I want to get this one.
I like this line.
Well, I like this. And then I want to go down this line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because this is super useful. These other ones are kind of nice, but not that useful.
Yeah, because the worst thing is to leave your goal completely unattended.
Yeah, so let's pick that first.
Sojourner, until the stars align.
That was well done, my boy. I'm beginning to see why your companions vouched for you. Don't let it get to your head, of course.
Ooh-wee, but this is getting difficult. Up until now,
Yeah,
you'd pretty much trounced your
A
battles.
lot of people have been asking me to raise the difficulty, and I'm like, no. This game's gonna get harder. Like, I've got the baseline cheese tactics that I can pull, but they're not gonna last me forever.
After prevailing over the Chastity despite their best attempts to stop you, you return to your wagon to consider your next move.
An adequate performance back there. Adequate. Yes, adequate. For the next part of our plan, go. Have your reader consult the stars. See where they take you next. I'll give you a hint. It's further north. It's gonna be up high. Did this knight hear you say up high? And it's going to be cold. We'll see. Come on, my friend. Let's have a look outside then.
So Sir Gilman doesn't like heights. Well, being in the water, you wouldn't be exposed to heights.
That plan Volfred mentioned. I just want you to know, I don't know what he means. We're here because we're going to be free again. We won't be living out our days as exiles. That's the only plan as far as I'm concerned. But there's always a catch, right? I'll see what Volfred has to say. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. No matter what, we're getting closer thanks to you. And we look to the heavens. Okay, so our next one is...
Oh.
Are we at the end? Solium, the golden star. The golden star shines bright over the highest mountain in all of the downside.
It seems to be connected
Yeah, I
to
don't
a
know.
number.
So now you see it yourself. You are summoned to the north, where looms Mount Elodiel, and at the very top, the fall of Solium, the sacred mountain on whose summit the rites were first conceived. Whether its summit is the downside's closest point to the Commonwealth or the farthest, none can say. Fall of the Solium. According to the stars, the next rite shall commence there, the temple at the highest point, and the downside exists to honor the 8 scribes.
Oh. You confirm the stars indicated this exactly.
Volfred, sir, how do you know?
Volfred smiles back at him, but you sense his thoughts, as though he is directing them at you.
I too can read, my boy. Forbidden though the words may be.
Huh. He turns back to Hendwin.
Your reader's skills, while rare, are not unique, but as I said, I'll let him do the job. I see that you have something special going here, which benefits the plan. What plan? I thought this was about our freedom. Oh, fear not, my boy, it is indeed. Plenty of time to tell you about it along the way. For now, however, you look like you could use some rest, and for that matter, so can I, if you'll excuse me.
You sense your companions are exhausted from their recent travels. Given the road ahead, you agree that it would be best to take the night to recover as much as possible.
Alright, continue your journey. Oh, right, we're here. We just finished our trial.
At dawn, Volfred is already up. He reveals to you a pathway through the woods into the cold lands to the north, beyond which lies your next destination.
Sclorian Shore. Okay. You have not been to this region of the downside. Volfred revealed this to be the one path through the woods into the north. So we might actually be getting kind of close to this game. It doesn't feel like it, but we might be. Pretty.
Unless they're like different acts with different objectives.
Is this the river where Sclorian fell?
Oh, maybe. If he was dying up there.
Yeah.
You get clear of the woods at last and arrive in lands grown cold in the shadow of Mount Elodiel. You'll have to make it all the way to the top.
Okay, Sacred Mountain, where the rites... Yeah, we've already done that.
In a moment of respite, Volfred calls everyone together to discuss matters pertaining to the rites and the plan to which he alluded.
You banded together with a common faith that freedom from the downside is not impossible. Am I correct? But let me ask you something. What does freedom even mean to you?
He looks in your direction as he asks, defying you to answer. You cannot sense his own thoughts on the subject and only know the truth of how you feel. What does freedom mean to you? So, doing what you want, achieving inner peace, having no master. Isn't having no master sort of like the doing what you want, going where you please? So that's more of exploring rather than doing. To feel true love, living without fear, nothing at all, or you remain silent. Wait, what are the little things that go along with that?
Doing what you want. Freedom means being able to make decisions on your own terms. Achieving inner peace means having a clear conscience and a carefree heart. Having no master means answering no one's will other than your own, going where you please. Freedom means being able to go where the heart yearns, without restriction and without fear. To feel true love means not having one's strongest feelings and emotions repressed or rebuffed. Living without fear, without concern for others' judgment or approval, nothing at all. It's an empty goal to chase, to give one's life a false sense of meaning, or remain silent.
Freedom means not being forced to respond to such questions. That's interesting.
I really like that one.
Well, let's consider. So, I'm not fond of the nothing at all.
I mean,
the feeling true love is a little bit sappy.
It's a little sappy. Personally, I'm leaning for like this one, doing what you want, living without fear, or remain silent. I really like.
Wait,
remain
really
silent.
not the like going where you please, without restriction, without fear, having no master, doing what you want. Well, I think the like having no master and doing what you want are very similar.
Almost
But
all of them are. They're various flavors of the same thing. The answer is yes. Which is why I want to remain silent, because it's really funny.
You just don't want to answer to this guy.
I just really like freedom means not being forced into responding to such questions. Sorry, it's just so sassy.
I mean, you can...
Let's go with number 1.
Really? Because doing what you want almost implies that you're without,
Well, more so, I'm reading into this, means being able to make decisions on your own terms.
Isn't that the same as having no master? What does the having no master say?
Answering to no one's will other than your own. I mean, it kind of is, but, like, it means that, like,
Well, because the doing with what you want can be construed in, like, a negative light, like having no
You know, the interesting question is,
law.
it almost feels like he's kind of baiting us into realizing that the downside is actually
where you want to be.
freedom, because
Yeah.
the Commonwealth up above seems like kind of a crappy place.
Oh yeah, the Commonwealth has all these laws, restrictions you can't even read.
Yeah.
So if you say to do what you want, he's like, oh, well, you'll have to answer to the Commonwealth. And going where you please, oh, but in the Commonwealth,
Yeah, I don't know.
You can't visit the harps or the other neighboring lands to feel true love. I don't know about that part, though. Like, is marriage and love restricted up there, or?
I don't know.
You just want to remain silent?
I almost want to remain silent because it almost seems like the only answer. Remain silent.
He might dislike that. Your thoughts on freedom are your own. You hold Wolfred's gaze, but do not answer him. You feel the tension growing, but at last he breaks the silence on his own.
So, freedom means you can defy me, is that it? Well, I suppose it does. Or perhaps you haven't spared the subject any real thought. Or don't know what you think I wish to hear. No matter. I pose the question to get you to think.
He then turns his attention to the whole group.
Now, let me tell you all what freedom means to me. Freedom means to live life without fear. To be able to indulge one's curiosities and passions, at least the ones that cause no harm to others, without the constant threat of judgment and reprisal. Freedom means not being made a criminal for what you know, or whom you love, or what you choose to think or not think.
So he's essentially answering all those questions. He looks out toward the distant mountains.
Within the next few days, your time in exile could come to an end. You could see the Commonwealth once more. And you would be exalted there, given the highest honor, the opposite of how you got here. But you would not truly be free, I think. At least you would become complicit to an ancient system that would deign to cast down others such as you. It is a system those well-intentioned founding principles have long been lost. And the 8 scribes, if they are out there still, have made quite clear they shall not intervene firsthand. That is where you come in.
Does he want to end the cycle?
Maybe.
Kind of thing. He turns to you and everyone again, looking to each of you.
Long have I wished to gather such a group, that together you might see that seeking freedom only for yourselves is too modest a goal. You share a higher calling now. The plan then is this. We free each other from the downside through the rites. Then we meet up on the other side. We organize. Each new moon at dusk, we join together at the Spiral Sanctum. We need as many of us there as possible. My agents on the other side shall explain the rest.
What's the Spiral Sanctum?
Well, I was gonna read it.
Okay. It's just that you were hovering over the next ...
Yeah,
and I was
sorry.
like,
That's a good point. I should probably use, like, no, there's no safe way to do it. Okay. So
just leave your
Spiral
cursor
Sanctum.
away from it.
The burned down remains of the old capital of the Commonwealth. The remains stand as a warning to those who would seek to spread forbidden knowledge. You're plotting a revolt. Just so. I'm asking a lot. You do have other options. Deceit, however, is not one of them. The reader and myself, you know by now that we can see through it. But you need not be part of this, nor is it in my interest to coerce you. You may go your own way if you wish. Live out your remaining days here, like so many others. So, if anyone among you prefers that, if you cannot see yourselves continuing to strive together in the Commonwealth, as you are doing here, then speak now.
Have we ever highlighted the Commonwealth?
You know, I don't know if we ever did.
We have read it.
Oh, we
The
have?
Mercy and kinship, whose exact meaning evolved through many centuries.
Okay.
Yeah, we have read it. Volford pauses for a time, examining each member of the group. No one stirs.
You read it.
Very good. Some of you consider yourselves friends. Some others not, but all of you are bound together through the rites, and are integral to our plan. Remember that.
What a very proud
You seek
master.
true freedom. You will not find it waiting for you in the Commonwealth, but together you can bring it about, both for yourselves and others. That is my promise.
He then lets out a long breath.
For a Taurus.
That's it. I ask you all to think on this, and let's reconvene along our journey to the summit.
Volford turns towards the mountains, leaving you to consider what he said, and plot the wagon's northward path.